ciencia. We turning up, some of our burns, some of our cup, cause now we going up and coming down. Hey, girls just wanna have fun. We turning up, someone wrote a runs, someone pour a cup, cause now we going up and coming down.
Yo, welcome to As Per Usual. I'm your host, Lopez Moore.
What's up? Julian over here.
Chef Funnel.
Chef. Another Friday, guys. I think I might just hold the mic today because I'm sitting. Don't adjust your screens, guys, but we changed up.
You said don't adjust your
We changed up the swag for today. I just felt like just being laid back, and I never sat on the couch on the episode yet. It's episode 9, so why not now? Switch it up. And I'm gonna hold it today because this is just the vibe I'm on. And got bright ass lights too, so I'm gonna.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
I'm gonna keep the sunglasses on. I'm sober, everyone, but I'm gonna keep the sunglasses because we got too many lights. But how's everyone going? How's the week for everyone? As I pour my shit.
Straight.
City.
It was good. I got my work hours in, but it's been busy.
Same here.
We got, like I told you, got our last episode about the construction. The guy who's in our house, we got somebody new, and he's been active, and I've been working a lot. So today and tomorrow. So today I've been like running to like Home Depot, Lowe's, home outlets, just like grabbing stuff, buying stuff left and right, and it's become a mission. It's not one place or another. So it was a pretty busy day, but it wasn't like bad, you know. But it was a good productive. So besides that, and like I always say, I'm thankful to see another day.
Always
keep it moving, rocking, and to be it again. So
for sure.
So with you, so
me, another good week for me. Today was a holiday. We should actually shout that out. The first Juneteenth. Right, that's a federal holiday. Right.
Wow.
And you know,
shout out Joe.
Right? You know a fact that this is the first federal holiday like signed in the U.S. since 1983.
Shout out Mello, man. Grew up watching my guy.
He's like shouting him out like something good about to come out of it.
Right? Nah, that's bad.
It's bad.
But I grew up on Mello.
We all grew up on Mello. Denver Nuggets, Powder Blue.
Not even before
they
that.
They changed the logos and all that stuff.
Even before the Powder Blue, before you was professional, we talking about Oak Hill. We talking about Syracuse.
You were not watching Oak Hill at 13 and 12.
No. Actually, I was, but I was not watching.
ESPN when they would play LeBron.
But yeah, like clips. But I'm saying I was not watching college ball. I got into college ball in 2007, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, yes, I was following Mello.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just jump into the story.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Paint it out.
Shout out Mello.
Yesterday, Lala Anthony, his now ex-wife, officially filed for divorce. It's a wrap for Mello and Lala. 13 years, I believe.
It felt like
marriage. I believe 2010.
So
about 12, 13. Yeah, they separated in 2017. I guess they tried it. A lot of rumors from Mello. If you go on Twitter, type in Carmelo Anthony, trending. He just had twins. He had a son from another marriage.
Say it again.
There's stuff going on Twitter saying like he has twins. Remember, I said he has text messages.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna start with Mello and the divorce. So they're a rap. They share a 14-year-old son, Cayenne. We all know the story. We watched the reality show back in the day.
Shout out Cayenne. He could hoop.
He can. Yeah. He's going to Crossroads.
I think so.
In
Yeah.
LA? Yeah. Los Angeles High School.
I mean, I have a lot to say, but I just want to start off with, man, Mello, we got your back, bro. Whatever you're going through, you know what I'm saying? We here for you. I mean, we don't know the story, you know what I'm saying? And frankly, that's none of our business.
Allegedly, everything I said was alleged.
Yeah, it's alleged. You know what I'm saying? Only those two people and their family know what's going on. But Mello, I know you're going through a tough time. Man, keep your head up, bro. Stay blessed, man. I got a lot to say, but I really want to hear my cast members really go in because
I know what you said. You said you have a lot to say.
You said you have a lot to say. Go.
You want me to go?
I mean, as for me, I don't have much as far as like. I just think that this has been like a double Dutch type of relationship as far not the relationship, but as far as like the knowing of their marriage. Like, it's like 1 minute you feel like they're about to divorce,
right,
and then the next minute like they're in it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For like years on, it's been like that to me. Yeah. So it's like 1 minute are they together? The next minute like they're together. So but now to allegedly hear that is happening, but this might be the truthful one because you never know. But
man, let's just start it off.
It's just. I'm not surprised no more.
I'm not.
Never.
I'm really not.
I'm really not surprised.
I'm really not.
I'm just not surprised.
There's no one that could get divorced in this public figure world, celebrity world that I would then say shocked. Oh my God, they got divorced. There's not one, not one couple.
And J-Lo too.
But even the average Joe.
Yeah. Sorry, I gotta hold the mic when I talk. Melo is a legend. Let's just start it off like that. Carmelo, like what he's done, like he put Colorado on the map. He put the Denver Nuggets on the map. I'm feeling
he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer. He got his career back on track with the Trailblazers, and shit happens. I'm sure like they got their personal life. Like I'm sure they haven't been living together, and he's probably living in Portland and doing whatever. She's probably out in LA or New York, and she's a big time actress herself.
True.
So it's just more so of, man, it is what it is. But I feel like when just in the grand scheme of relationships, like they have their start and they have their finish, like 50%. And like this is a very heavy, like I feel like divorce heavy episode that we're gonna have today. Just speaking of like relationships and divorces and things like that, it ends. You're not going to be 100% in love with someone forever. I know we have all these old timer couples that are married for 60 years. Right. They have their peaks and valleys. They have their ups and downs. Your parents, my parents have also been married 30 plus years. So it's just like it's a
So there is
a thing. I'm sure, but you have to. Sometimes enough is enough, and it's time to do.
No, for sure. And I'm sure my mom or my dad must have done some foul shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't enough, then that's what it was.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
get to that point.
but City, like I look at it too, like what my mom and dad probably like said, like yo, like like that's foul. Like this generation, they don't stand for it. They don't stand for it. It's just like
exactly.
I'm like we out. You know what I'm saying? Like you did what with who? Yeah. Oh, you did this. You made this decision. I'm out. Like I feel like the previous generation, the older generation, our parents and our grandparents, is more as though like they really honored those vows when they exchanged them. They really honored them.
Absolutely.
And I feel like this generation, this current generation, it's just like you said, like it's kind of a good thing to be somebody who's like, no, I'm not. I will not be disrespected. If we exchanged vows, or if we agreed that, hey, we're in a committed relationship, this is what we are going to abide by. If anything falls out of those bounds, I'm good. Like, and I respect it. Yeah. But I feel like that's another reason why we see so many people separating and breaking up.
And I just want to read I want to hit more on Melo. So I just want to read the story quickly. Lala Anthony files for divorce from Carmelo. This is Yahoo Entertainment. Carmelo Anthony after 11 years of marriage. Another Hollywood love story has come to an end. According to multiple reports, Lala Anthony officially filed for divorce from Carmelo Anthony in New York on June 17th. Multiple sources tell TMZ the couple has been separated for a while, but remain friends. They both wanted to take time to ensure a private and smooth transition in their relationship for their 14-year-old son, Cayenne Carmelo Anthony. The television personality and bestie to the stars' latest move to distance herself romantically and legally from the basketball pro comes after the pair broke up after 7 years of marriage in late April 2017. Days after the news broke of the split, the Think Like a Man 2 star stepped out without her 20-carat diamond wedding ring. That's one more paragraph. The split was described as amicable, with the New York Knicks star taking to social media to express his love for Lala. But despite his efforts to keep his family intact, his soon-to-be ex-wife clearly saw things differently. What do you think she saw differently?
I mean, again, as time goes on, and I've said this on multiple episodes, there's a honeymoon phase. You all get together, y'all having sex, y'all going out, y'all going to activities, y'all just can't be out of each other's space.
That's the word.
But then, again, somebody sees a red flag. They shove it to the side. One party, the man or the woman, the man and the man, the woman, whatever, right? They shove it to the side. Again, it festers. Things get cyclical. If you don't address the issue there, it's going to reoccur. It's going to recycle. It's going to happen again. So a lot of times, I feel like, and maybe in Melo and Lala's relationship, things were not addressed. I mean, yeah, problems and issues were not addressed correctly or head on. You know what I'm saying? Or bluntly, and stuff was put under the rug. And after a while, it just grew, it festered, and it grew. And then it was to the point where Lala or Carmelo was just like, yo, you know what? We've been together for this long. You know, you always be my friend, but I feel like I'm gonna enter a new chapter in my life. Either party, either side. So that's what I feel like happened to them, and I feel like that's what happened to a lot. That's what happens to a lot of people. We just put the BS to the side for the time being.
Technology has a lot of play to do with this and evolution of like things, because like you said, your mom and our grandparents, they only had access to so far of options,
right,
of different way of seeing things.
Yeah.
Now life has been evolving so many different ways, up from vacation, lifestyles, mindsets, and what's capability of people. Like, it's just different. So when you come to a point where you be like, all right, we're doing this together, and like you said, you step out of the boundaries of what you're not supposed to be stepping out of, and you come, like, for them, they have everything together. I mean, like, she can have whatever she wants, he can have whatever he wants.
It's crazy.
So now the only thing you really can hold each other accountable for is that vow that you have, correct? So I'm sure he did stuff. I'm sure we also heard stuff from back then about little picking here and there. I don't know what else she did. People have situational relationship. It's just that now there's too many options. People want to pull up with nothing no more, because back then a lot of, and with the women too, women rely on the men so much with the old school tradition of the men provide. Most women, their parents, like, especially like with our parents, their parents, not from the village, but the parents are taking you to your husband type thing. He's responsible for you. Like, they're not working, nothing. If he goes cheating, as long as he's providing for me, he showed me love and doing that. That's what that mindset was for the old school days. So now you come here, and these two, the women nowadays they have equal rights. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's wrong with that. They can make as much money and fend for themselves. So say, if I can do for myself, you know what I'm saying? And this is the only thing we're supposed to be like not doing, like, you know what I'm saying, not messing up. Why am I being treated this way? And it's also women, there's also people who, you know, we talk about in denial. You're in a relationship where you're in denial and you let things pass, and you just said people let things just build up by not addressing it, you know. But at some point, there's an exit zone. Our parents back then, there was kind of like not really an exit zone, because it was like my comfort zone, my security. This is all I have. This is not all these women have nowadays. They can go get whatever they want, and they have government support. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's time. So technology, time, society, everything has changed, where it's like this whole boom, boom, boom is in a different platform.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much to touch on that. From when you first started, I had a response, and then you got into the end, and I had a different response to that part. But I'll let Jules hit on anything first if you want to.
Yeah, no, what City said was 100% true. I do think social media and technology does play a huge part into relationships, either people getting together or people breaking up. It's a huge part, especially, you know, I mean, we could go on forever with online dating and et cetera, but I feel like, for me personally, when I do get married, I would love to get married, and I would hope to get married and have a family. But when I do, I want it to be my first and my last one. I'd like to have a relationship that emulates my parents. Yes, they argue. Yes, they fight. Yes, they disagree. But at the end of the day, they come as one together. At the end of the night, nobody's sleeping at another couch, nobody's sleeping at another house, nobody's sleeping at a hotel, none of that. Everybody comes together at the end of the day. And I look up to my parents, because it's just like, I don't see that in relationships around me. And I feel like that's scary. That's super scary. You know what I'm saying?
Different times, they're a different generation.
And also sometimes I'm thinking about it right now as we're talking. I feel like sometimes it's traumatizing to me too, because it's like I see people around me moving in together, and then going their separate ways. I mean, people around me, they'll be with somebody for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then it's just like, oh nah, I dunned her or I dunned him, stuff like that. I just look at them like, damn, this is like everybody around me.
True.
This is everybody around me, like, and there's people who are married and going through stuff, and it's just like, it's crazy. But
yeah, those are the ones that wowed me. Go ahead. Yeah, no, sorry. One right there wowed me. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry. Because I wanted to not to touch on what you just said, but to go more back on Melo and Lala. I'm sure that Carmelo put Lala through hell, but like, they're in the public eye, like shit that's in like the headlines, and hearing this, and Lala's like, I can't do this anymore. Like, she's hearing stuff. She's like, why am I hearing this from the New York Post and not from you? Or why am I hearing this from the shade room and not from you? It's like, is this true? Is this true? Is this true, Mel?
See,
Oh no, I don't. Like we don't know. Like everything that's getting posted, like I'm sure that she's been through the freaking storm and back
for sure.
With all the stuff, like with all the rumors, allegedly this happened, allegedly that happened, it's tough.
It is, but again,
tough.
Right?
Especially that lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a different lifestyle.
And that's
we
what
can't
I'm going
really
to.
talk on that.
That's where I'm going to as a lifestyle. Again, when you're choosing these people to be in a committed relationship with, to have families with, and to get married with, and I'm not picking on Lala.
She's also in the industry.
Right. Yes, she's also in the entertainment industry, so she's better suited for like whatever came with the NBA superstar star lifestyle. But I feel like a lot of men and women, they get into situations and they feel like, oh yeah, I'll be able to adjust. It's not as easy. It's like easy to say it, but when you're actually in it, it's just like a relationship. Oh yeah, I'll wife him, or that's my hubby. Yeah, we'll rock. But when you actually in it day in and day out, night after night, morning after morning, waking up with that person, it's not that easy.
It is. Yeah, it's an everyday grind. It's a grind.
It's an
at
epic
that
grind.
point.
It's a job.
It's a job. That's why for me personally, I can't do that. I can't do that every day.
I respect it.
Like I'm like, especially for me
it's
now.
hard.
I can't talk about myself 10 years from now because like I don't know.
We've all been in long-term relationships.
I see how I am now, just being able to move on my own accord.
Right.
Like I wake up, I'm not waking up next to anyone. Like I don't aspire for anything. Like you said, you want to be married someday.
I do. I hope.
I don't. Like I really do. Like I
respect it.
If it like I don't ever see that happening. I really just like to do my own thing. I don't want anyone to like be on my nuts on like stuff that I want to like. I have to like make sure I check in with someone, or I have to go to this wedding because your friend is getting married. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to some random ass fucking city. I want to do my whole thing. So it's just like I'm the opposite.
Is that you? But so then.
What do you got to say?
So then, I'm just saying. So
that's just me. That's just how
so
I
what do you,
think.
So
now.
what do you want from these women then? So
I don't want anything from them.
So that's what I'm saying. So then when when we talk to women and we talk to girls, you know what I'm saying though, like because you're inspired to get nothing out of it. We're in our 30s, we're gonna be in our 40s, 50s. At some point, you don't want to have somebody you can have conversations with, and it not just be your boys, or even like have kids where you can just go around and be able to show somebody else.
Right now, what I'm aspiring to do is save my money. Keep working, keep grinding every way I can, because I want to live by myself.
Right. So if you're saying right now is what you want to do, I can agree with that.
That's how I feel right now.
When you go to the point when you say that I don't ever see myself that part, then I'm like, that means you're rejecting.
I do not see myself married. I don't see myself married, but like, this
are you open to it?
No, I'm not. I don't want to be married.
Okay, so
and it's funny because I have like an OG from church. He's like 70 in the 70s, but he's like, if I'm alive, because like I talked to him just like I'm talking to you guys. This was last year, and he said, as long as I'm still on this earth, he literally said it like that. He said, invite me to your wedding. Like he didn't say like it wasn't gonna happen. He said he was saying like it's gonna happen. Like he could just see in me that's gonna happen. Again, I'm not closing myself off to love or anything like that. If it happens, I meet someone.
That's why I asked
you
that.
But I'm getting.
That's why I asked
okay, so I'm not, because of course I'm going to go out. I can meet someone.
No, not that part. I'm talking about the part when I said.
But marriage, no.
Are you open to it?
I'm open, and I'm not going to live with that person, though. It's never. I've already had that experience once in my life, and I don't want it again. Albeit I was very young.
So what if you approach this one differently? What if you?
Of course, I hear you.
What if you did it from a distance for a long, not like states, but like you gotta live in a separate place for.
It has to be separate place for a long time.
Then you guys will obviously start spending time at each other's place longer times. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because like Joe said, you have to learn people's habits. Mm-hmm. This thing is a job, so that's why I don't really speak too much into people's relationships, like because. I try to be as neutral as possible because people pillow talk and it becomes the men stuff, and then you become the bad guy when you say the wrong things. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So you have to just stay neutral as possible. Mm-hmm. Boom. Because you don't know what type of daily behavior that happens between both parties. That I know, like one person is a little inside jokes, and we're not there. You know what I'm saying?
And all you know is what they tell you.
Right. But they're not telling you They're just telling you what happened, but not telling you facial expressions or scenario before come. You know, when you are arguing or saying something, you can tell by body language, a little thing, little gesture that would push you to say certain things. But the other person don't know that. So it's like, okay, be as neutral as possible you can, because you can't just be going into that. So relationships are
so many
sticky
layers.
ones.
There's so many layers.
You have to, you have to want the shit though.
Yeah,
you're saying shit like you're rejecting it, but in order to get to where
but that's what's gonna be funny, because
want to work on that. You know what I'm saying?
I've had experience 2 years ago. I remember going into like 2019 and saying to myself, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to talk to any girls. Like, I'm just doing me. And something happened to, like, something, I don't want to say fell in my lap, but basically fell in my lap, like where I wasn't looking for it and I made a connection with someone.
Okay,
and
so what you're
like,
saying
shit
that
like
you
that
don't
happens.
have
I believe in that.
You just want it to just happen naturally.
I want it to happen naturally.
But you don't want to go searching for it.
I don't want to search for it. Like, if I go out,
think about it, you
someone,
just
or
be
if
vibing.
it's online and you just vibe and then you meet someone.
I can respect that.
That's my views on it. And then, like, my views also go a lot deeper, where it's just like, again, it ain't gonna be me at the front of the altar. Like, I think I said this on a previous episode, where her walking down the aisle with her pops. No, that's not gonna be me. So I can't picture that happening, even though some people say it probably will, because I deny it so much. But
right, I think you want it.
I don't want it. I'll tell you that right now.
I think you want it deep down.
Look me in the eyes. I mean, look me in the eyes. I don't want it.
Yeah, sure.
You couldn't even look me in the
I'm looking
eyes.
in your eyes. Yes,
I said I don't.
Okay, I'm looking back.
Yeah, I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy. But and like I said, this is a big Mellow. I love Lala too. Don't get me wrong. TRL days, I was a youngin' for that.
For sure.
And then she was at MTV for a while. Power, she was on Power. A lot of. Did you see? I was reading the text messages because it was like, I don't know if allegedly again.
Yeah, what are you saying?
It had like the girl that Mello allegedly had a baby with or whatever. She's like, Cash is like sick, like he's having surgery. Cash was the name of Lala's son on Power.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And then what did Mello reply with?
Mello was just I don't remember it exactly again, but it was just like Mello was just like, what, like for real, like what happened to him? And then she was like, we don't have to like bring this into public or all this stuff. And the text messages, like Mello was saying stuff like that. But another celebrity couple that's also in the news, my Cambridge guy, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. Yeah. He's back. It's back to 2003. They're back. J-Lo just had a highly publicized end of her engagement with A-Rod. I like this because this is heavy pop culture. We haven't done a lot of pop culture, so I like this. Relevant. It's relevant. I'm glad that we're touching on it before we get into the topic at the end of, I guess, the show. But also Ben Affleck dives into, was it too soon, I guess, for J-Lo to now just jump into something new, especially just going back to an old flame? Do you think it was like premeditated? Is that the word? Premeditated? Premeditated. Sorry.
Was it happening?
But like, where did J-Lo and A-Rod lived in Miami? Okay. Ben Affleck is in LA.
Okay.
But now J-Lo's just moving to LA. And should I read an article? Actually, I don't really need to read an article again. Listen. So what are your thoughts on? Where do you want to start on this one, Jules?
I'll give my thoughts on J-Lo later because we're gonna have a little back and forth segment.
No, J-Lo's kind of in this too, but yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can wait on
but
that.
We all know my thoughts on Jennifer, and I mean she's a superstar, but we'll get into that after. Okay, look it right. I always think exes are the most dangerous. They're the most because why I feel like ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends are so dangerous is because you always, I don't care how bad the toxic relationship was, you always had a great moment or moments with that person, right? At least one great moment you had with them. So they're always going to be dangerous because when stuff is going wrong with the new person, the new spouse, the new party, it's a human characteristic to think, damn, was this better? Is this what I'm in now?
I wasn't going through this with so and so.
No. I'm not saying everybody. I'm not saying everybody. Yeah.
Right, like damn.
You know what I'm saying? Did I mess up?
Yeah, like damn, she wasn't giving me this much.
Right.
Unless it was petty, the little stuff that you're cool with. But if you're extra from the ex that happened, you'd be like, dang.
Right. I was better off.
Can I ask a quick question?
Well,
that I think will keep us on the same track. Do you think J-Lo kept in touch with Ben Affleck all these years?
Listen, man, I don't want to get canceled on here, bro.
Please.
I'm trying not to.
This is a topic where, like,
I'm not trying to get canceled.
We're not saying anything personal.
Man, audience, please just hear me out.
This is a topic on public figures, so
Audience,
you won't get canceled.
Please just hear me out, okay? Yes, Jennifer was doing that, okay? And I'm not just saying women do it. Men definitely.
While she was.
Come on, man.
While she was with,
Come on,
at
man.
the World Series and Super Bowl
Come on,
Alex,
man.
With Alex.
You have one foot out the door. You have one foot in, man. Come on, man.
Engaged. And
Come
she's
on,
still
man.
texting Ben on the side, like, oh, how's
Come
everything
on,
going?
man. Stuff was going on at home with A-Rod and J-Lo. Stuff was going on at home. We saw the reports before they officially. We saw that like months prior.
They officially ended
Come
the
on,
engagement.
man. There's one foot out, one foot in the door.
Yeah, I mean,
So when you're getting ready to exit the situation, you want to make sure you have a safety net. Come on, people, wake up, man.
so during the inauguration,
Come on, man.
so during the inauguration, when you could see A-Rod and J-Lo in the group with President Biden, soon to be.
Come on, man.
She's texting Ben on the side, like.
Come on, man. Guys, wake up, audience. Listen.
So is this a case where you need to monitor,
bro,
the girl's phone?
The thing is, right?
Oh, who you texting these days?
The thing is, right? Nah, I don't support that at all. Like that's just me personally. That's one other topic. But hell
then
no, I don't support that.
when she breaks up with you, then she's back with then she's with an old flame or with
Listen,
someone new quickly. That was going on behind your back.
That's the game. J-Lo's playing the game. Listen, I feel like I don't know J-Lo at all,
We all don't.
but I feel like she's somebody who does not like being alone,
There you go.
and I respect it.
There you go.
There you go.
That's
I
it right
respect
there.
it. She doesn't like being alone, so she knows.
That's it
Or
right
you
there.
backtrack. One of my rules is never backtrack. Don't go back to an ex.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
it ended for a reason. It doesn't matter what that reason was, but it ended for a reason. I don't care if you ended on good terms. You decided that it was not meant to be, so it wasn't meant to be. Wait, be patient, and find your next person.
Right.
But also though, it also
Trial and error.
When people do that though, sometimes, because I was just thinking when Jules said that, when you move forward and you're with somebody else and you start to flash back from your past, it feels like you had a lot of good times and you had bad times. You know what I'm saying? So you're together with that. So you put those good times in your pocket. Now these bad times are being sorted out by your forward experiences that's going on. So then you start to be like, damn, now that I'm seeing this, maybe I could have handled this situation like this with her, or like that with her, or with him.
Yeah.
And then you start to see these things differently because the good times are still in your pockets. So are you going back? You know what I'm saying? So now people, once it fully messes up, you backtrack with with that knowledge of the things you could do better and try to go back.
I hear you.
Some people do that.
So good times. You hold 18 years of good times in your back pocket, and you still remember that, and you say, "Oh, 18 years later," because they officially ended in 2003, I believe. And you come back and say, "I'll fact check that," but then you say, "Oh yeah, 18 years ago, I was with this man, and I'm gonna go back now." And
I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, it is backtracking, but think about it though. 18 years ago, he did his. I've grown
he was
up.
married. He had children.
Right.
Ben
I've
Affleck
done
is a
my
Cambridge
thing. You've
guy.
done your thing. So the things that we did wrong, they start, like you said, they're probably chopping it up before when they were messing it up. So they probably started to be like, oh, when this was happening and we argued because of it, maybe it shouldn't have been A, B, C, and D.
I'm sure they had that conversation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Different things had to pop up. So that 18 years had to be like, damn, we did have some good times, but those times that we did A, B, C, and D, now learn from it, and you learn from it. And if you two are like agreeing on it, it starts to fix. Then maybe we should try this thing again.
It was in 2003. And just a quick headline real quick on Yahoo also. It says, Jennifer Lopez's reported reason for breaking up with Ben Affleck in 2003 is no longer in their way. So, and that's a big thing too. You have to learn how to forgive and forget, or also move on and, make amends. Like, again, I know I said like you leave your ex for a reason. Yeah. And again, I don't, because I feel like, actually, no, I don't want to say that, because I don't believe that. I believe what I said. It ends for a reason, and when it ends, it should end. Let it go. Yeah, let it go. And I love Ben Affleck. Like, they're from Cambridge. I'm born and raised in born in Boston, but I'm a Cambridge kid. Right. And so I love Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. So, I was happy when I heard this, because I remember when I was 13, I was like, what? Someone from Cambridge is with Jennifer Lopez? I literally remember that thought when I was a kid. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, because J-Lo's always been a fuck. J-Lo's always been bad. Yeah, we'll get into that soon. We'll get into that part soon. We'll put you on blast very soon.
Go ahead.
But on that, but yeah, it's just a big thing. I feel sorry for A-Rod. I know A-Rod ain't hurt, and he just bought the Minnesota Timberwolves, so he's going to be the owner of the Timberwolves in a couple of years. He's good.
A-Rod
but I like them as a couple, and like A-Rod has done such a great job at like branding his image. Like he was the guy that he cheated, he did steroids. Then Jennifer Lopez must have like come in and helped him just like reestablish himself in the world.
I don't look at A-Rod like that.
And yeah, A-Rod is amazing also too at broadcasting his job
Definitely.
at commentating and I know you watch a lot of baseball now, commentating and like doing all that stuff. But I was kind of upset when they broke up because I like them as a couple. I feel like they fit well, but I also feel like Ben, what they used to call him back in the day, Benifer. That was that early 2000s talk when they just combined the names. They're like, oh, what did we call this couple? Oh, we just combined the names.
Oh, that's why I saw that trending.
Yeah,
I didn't even
Benifer.
know
You
that.
didn't know it was combined?
Oh, wow. I thought it was just some stupid like Twitter thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a thing back in the
wow.
day.
Oh my god.
They would be like, oh yeah, Jennifer Aniston and whoever she was dating back, they just combined their names.
oh my goodness.
And
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, like I think it's good to go back now? I think you should keep moving forward.
keep it moving forward.
You
But
know what I'm saying?
again, I think you sent it to me first, the picture of them like kissing,
Making
making
out.
out. I was like, let's go. I was about to post it on my story.
It's crazy, man.
But yeah, I mean, I'm happy for Ben. Ben was also he had a tough end to his marriage. He's married to Jennifer Garner. You can go into that, but let's go into your thing.
okay.
City getting a little restless over there.
Yeah.
Nah, I was listening.
Just grabbing stuff
I was
over
trying
there.
to put
The blanket on?
no people talk. It's really cold in here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on J-Lo, Juelz?
I mean,
Crazy ass thoughts.
It's not crazy. It's my opinion. I feel like
She's not top 10 in the game.
look it, audience.
50, right?
She's over 50.
She a 50 ball.
She's 50.
Listen, right?
Be careful how you talking about this, because J-Lo is bad. Still.
She is. I never said she wasn't. She's pretty. She's bad. She's all that. She's a 10 out of 10. But I feel like she's an overrated 10 out of 10.
What's that supposed to mean?
What it means is that, yes, obviously, if you saw J-Lo walking down the street, everything would stop because they ain't gonna be 9 times out of 10, 10 out of 10 times. There's not gonna be another chick walking on the same street in the same hallway that's as bad as her. But what I'm saying is, there's something about J-Lo where I'm just like, I feel like people just overhype because when I hear people talk about J-Lo, it's like J-Lo is the sexiest woman on the planet. And me personally, I look at her, I'm like, yeah, she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a dime, but she just, I feel like the sex appeal of hers and all that, it's just like she lacks that, and she's always lacked that to me. To me.
Drop the mic.
No, to
What?
me, I feel like.
City, you please respond.
No, because look
There's
at
no responding.
no, because look at
wine. You have no more wine for the night.
these are women. These are women. Nah, that's me sober. Okay, all right. So if you really want to get into it, the women I think that are. Nah, I'm not even gonna say that are 10, but I feel
Man
like
said the
I'm more
sex
attracted
appeal.
to. Okay, look it right. We're gonna do this.
Sorry, before you go into that list, J-Lo doesn't have sex appeal. Lacks sex appeal. Is that what you said?
For me, like, like
for him.
like
His
she's
opinion.
she's like
His opinion.
pretty, she's gorgeous, but I just feel like people overrate her.
Imagine.
Like as if she's
So
the
what's your
best
top-
looking. Hold on, wait. As if she's the best looking girl out there. And I'm like, have y'all seen Penelope Cruz, especially in her prime?
Yeah, man,
Have y'all seen Salma Hayek in her prime? Have y'all seen Halle Berry in her prime? I'm like, yo,
But
y'all
J-Lo
serious right
over all
now?
three. I love Halle Berry. The other two I know, but
Guess
I
what
put
you
J-Lo
kept
over
saying?
them.
You know what you kept saying? In her prime.
Yeah, you said in her prime.
J-Lo has been that from her ever.
J-Lo's
Okay.
and I
still
still think,
right
and all
there.
three of those women that you said are still beautiful to this
Right,
day.
Halle
Absolutely.
Berry. I would definitely
But-
put Halle Berry right there with her too if you were doing that too. Cause Halle Berry's been pretty for a minute, and she
Still
still
is.
They
is.
all are.
All
yeah.
three women
Right,
you just
so
listed
Halle
still
Berry's
are.
right there. So J-Lo, the reason why you're saying that,
You're
they're saying that is because she's been that since what I've seen her from J-Lo from the
since
block.
in Love
Nah.
since in Living Color for me.
Nah.
I mean, when I saw when you
Right,
see her
right,
dancing
right,
in
right.
Living Color,
Look at this, right? Look at this,
beautiful.
right?
Selena the movie.
I'm saying,
Beautiful.
Like, come on.
Come on.
No.
I'm so glad we're
No, I think she's
Julian.
over. I just think she's
Julian.
overrated. I just think you're overrated.
Overrated.
Hold on,
Who
look,
overrates
look,
her? The public.
The public. Hold on, but look it right.
You're-
Just
Look
about
it.
J-Lo. I mean, Beyonce. You can say she's
Cap.
overrated. I said Beyonce's a
Cap.
really pretty woman.
Cap.
I think Beyonce better looking than J-Lo, in my opinion.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's everybody's
No,
preference. but
I
look
mean,
at-
yeah, preference for
look at-
sure.
look at,
I mean, all I hear is Cap coming out of
You
your
know
mouth
who
right
I?
now.
You know what's funny? No, that's fine. That's your opinion. You know what's funny?
See, we'll
I
go back and
actually
forth.
didn't think Sanaa Lathan like.
See,
Wait, look.
Don't go to my baby
now.
right now. Let's
So
talk
now
about
we're
Sanaa.
loving basketball.
Can I finish?
Loving basketball.
And don't bring Nia in here.
Shout out Omar.
Don't
Hold on,
get
look
Nia
it,
in
look it,
here.
look
Oh
it,
my
look it,
God.
look it,
Oh,
look it, look
What
it.
are the movie?
Oh,
Best
Gabby.
Man. The best man. Hey. The
Alright,
best
go ahead.
man.
What's your list?
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I
what's your
just
list?
woke
What's
up.
your list?
Look at right, Sanaa Lathan in the '90s and 2000s. I was like, when people were like, "Yo, Sanaa," wait, listen.
When she was in her prime.
when she,
You keep saying that word.
but you know what's funny though?
She's beautiful.
Now I feel like she looks better than she did, and she looks better than J-Lo in my opinion. Now she looks better now as she's older and not necessarily doing as many movies as she was in the 90s and 2000s. I feel like Sanaa Lathan looks a lot better now. I don't know why that is, but I just look at her, I'm like, wow, like you are beautiful, like grown, like she's older. But J-Lo, I feel like y'all be overrating her. I'm like, yo, what? I don't see it. Like I really don't
Is that
see
what you
it.
say about Jordan?
Jordan Woods?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's the best.
The reason why I say that because since we know about Jordan, we've been saying, you know what I'm saying,
He's the greatest.
Like he was the greatest. And since we've been knowing about her like popping, she's been popping, and she still is.
Popping.
Is what I'm trying to say. So
to
you say
this
that's
day.
overrated?
Michael Jordan's the best basketball player I've ever seen with my eyes.
Right. She may not. There's pretty women out there. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Correct. But she's one of them. She's not overrated. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I respect it. I think she is.
Do you know?
I think she's overrated.
Just go on this conversation. The one that came to my head, who I always thought was bad when you brought up Sanaa Lathan. It's funny because she also played the younger version of Sanaa in Love and Basketball. Kyla Pratt. Can we give Kyla Pratt some love? You ever watch One on
J-Lo's
One?
better than her though, but
No,
yeah.
yeah. I'm not talking comparing.
Oh, okay.
I just mean in general. One on
Kyla
one.
Pratt cool. She
Kyla
cool.
Pratt is bad. I love her. I always loved her. I
I
still
loved her.
I loved her, dog. I love her. You remember that line
cool.
Bow Wow said on Rap City? I want to go one on one with Kyla Pratt
Don't remember that.
Yeah. I
in
remember
Rap
that.
City. You know I used to play that shit all the time.
Kyla Pratt's cool.
She's bad.
Um,
Even to this day, even everything
But
she's been through.
yeah, J-Lo, she's
But-
pretty, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. I just feel like y'all be like wilding,
I think she,
especially with the okay, this might be blasphemy, especially with the ass. I'm like, yo, I've seen.
Then this is just your preference.
I've seen crazier ass. Y'all be like J-Lo ass. Like growing up as a kid, it was like if it wasn't J-Lo's ass, I don't know what there was no ass. So
love
I'm just
this.
The
like,
thing is, it wasn't just the ass. It was the way how everything was just proportionally.
oh for sure.
And that's not
She's
even
a
talk
10.
about her body, her face. Like she's beautiful. She's a
a
beautiful,
10,
beautiful
But
woman.
I feel like y'all overrate her.
So she's a 10, but we overrate her. How do you overrate a 10?
Yeah, like she's flawless. I know. It's funny.
No,
she's
I'm talking about beauty. We're not talking about characteristics because we don't personality. Cause
Yeah,
we
yeah,
we
know
don't know her
them
personality.
beauty.
No, I'm talking
But
about aesthetics. Yeah,
characteristics and all the face. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, she's. I mean, come on. Any man would be lucky, but I'm saying, look at the way the media, the way the consumer portrays J-Lo is just like this is literally a goddess.
crazy.
Like a goddess to me would be like Beyonce. A goddess to me would be like, Kelly Rowland. Even though
What? J-Lo's
Kelly
on
is-
that list. Kelly's bad.
that's what I just
But
said.
I know, but
That's what
J-Lo
I'm
is
saying. She's
on
like,
that
they're
list
on that list.
too.
You can't take them.
You
apart
can't
and
take
say-
J-Lo off because
I'm sorry. I
Gabby
just feel like
Union,
Gabby?
Gabrielle, she,
I think J-Lo look better.
Issa Rae, she on your top?
Yo.
Hey,
Shout out to Insecure.
Insecure. You gonna ever start this?
But yeah, though. But
Look at me, look at me.
Well, let's hop into the topic though. What's circling around J-Lo for too long?
No, true.
no.
Julian's audio over here.
Yeah, you
all
are
the different
capping.
caps
You are-
on.
If
You
call
are.
it cap, audience call it cap, but I feel like J-Lo's overrated. She's bad, but she's overrated.
Are these people signing prenups though?
Yeah, wait. Before we go into
Why is it
prenups,
popping in?
I just want to ask you one more time. Do you want to go? You want to say your opinion on Issa Rae, or should we just go into prenups?
No, Issa Rae look good, but I'm just saying.
Okay,
just not
I'm
his
just fucking.
preference
I'm just
of-
messing with him. I'm just messing with him.
No, that's cool.
Let's go with y'all signing a prenup. Me, again, if I was in the position where I needed to, where I
A lot
had
of
the
money going
assets,
around right now.
yeah, for sure. If I was again in that position, of course, to protect my assets, hopefully where I plan to be in 10 years, I would hope to have assets and I would want to protect them.
Yeah.
And I would, if it was vice versa, say I married into a wealthy family, just for example, I wouldn't have any problem if she came up to me and said, "You're gonna sign this prenup." I'd just be like, "Okay, I understand.
Mhm.
You come from money, and so it's good to look at it from both sides. I think.
Yeah.
So I definitely would say to sign it either way. If I felt like I needed it, I would do it, and vice versa. I would have no hesitation. It wouldn't be a fight. It wouldn't be like, "Oh, you think we're just gonna already end?" It's not going to be.
That's the
because of
first
that.
point. It's like, baby, don't look at it that way.
Don't look at it like that.
know what I'm
Either way,
saying?
I'm not going to look at it that way. I'm not going to take.
Yeah.
I've also just learned in my personal life not to like take things to like not to get offended by things again. This is through growth and just through life.
I was there.
So he was there. It was just through growth in life. It was just to. I'm sure they had some clauses, right? I don't know if she signed.
that
I don't know. You might know more.
Yeah,
than me.
because you could do stuff. You can a certain percentage.
But I know, yeah.
Can be taken.
I don't know if Bill and Melinda Gates did. But I know Melinda Gates is gonna come out pretty well in that divorce. That's all I know.
Shit, doesn't sound like they did it.
I know I think she's coming out good money wise for sure.
You know what some people take offense to and be like, oh, so you think we're already gonna end?
Yeah.
It's like
Don't
look
look at it that- we're
look at
just
it this way.
protecting.
When I tell you I'm for you and I'm with you, you know what I'm saying? That means I got you all around. Like everything that's with me is with me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be for you and you're gonna be just good. But for my sanity, and I feel like you should respect that as a person. What life has taught me, you never know. I'm not saying that I think you're gonna do anything, because I already think that I'm gonna give you whatever you ask for already. Yeah. So that being said, let me protect this just so I can be sane. You know what I'm saying?
I do too, bro.
I love this.
But you know what I'm saying? Besides that, but I'm the type to like, you always hear me when I'm saying I'm gonna ride for my chick, I'm gonna spoil her for everything, my wife, when it gets to that point. But I feel like it's safe, and I agree with Scoop on that one. I agree with Scoop that you, vice versa, if you brought that conversation up to me and you came from money, you had money, then cool. Because you know what I'm saying? Like people say, oh, my money is your money, our money. Okay, cool, yeah. My money is my money, your money is your money. Then that's our money that comes right here in the middle. Right. Because I want you, the reason why I want you to have your money, because I want to take care of everything, but I want to make sure I know in the back that I got somebody who has something coming, not just, you know what I'm saying, they can hold things down when I can't. Yeah. When I have any lacks, anything else, she got me. You feel me? Then I know that's for sure. So with that being said, I feel like there's two money, but there's this money that's in the middle that I feel like that's what I want to do. I'm gonna have like money, like everything money, where there's this one money will come monthly, where it might be like a 60-40.
A joint account is what you mean? I don't know.
It could be like an account where it's just for house stuff. Like you keep your money, I keep my money, but a certain amount we'll put in there.
Are you gonna have like a fund for your children too?
Yeah, all that.
No,
all that.
Jullys, did Kevin Durant sign a prenup?
Yo, and you know what's funny that you bring that up? Like KG's my favorite player. Yeah. Like besides Michael and Kobe.
Too?
Yeah.
That's a scary one too.
A big one. Child support.
It's become, this thing has become an industry. It's a business. It's a little small mini business.
Back to the athletes, when they retire, they get close to the end of their careers, and then they realize that like, oh shit, I'm at home 24/7 now. I didn't know how my wife was. I don't love this woman. Get me out. This woman is trifling. This woman is crazy. Like all she was doing, she was holding down the house.
Right now.
But then when the career ends, or when you get close to the end, and you're just like, you're back home. Paul Pierce, same thing. Paul Pierce like, I'm not married. When you see the shit with the strippers in the back, I'm not married. I'm not married. He had to make that. It's a business, low key. They want to have the family. Again, I don't want to get into it to athlete. I just want to just keep it strictly prenup. Actually, yeah. So it's a lot. And actually, no. Let me go that way because it touches the base on that, because they all signed. They all asked to get that shit signed. Stack Jack. Remember that story when he was talking about he was about to get married, but the girl didn't want to sign a prenup, and then literally the day of the wedding, like at the ceremony,
told her this.
Yeah, he told her this, and he was fucking heartbroken. Like he was crying. Like I think he said like he was crying. He canceled the wedding because she wouldn't sign it. And like she was doing
that's fine. So
at the wedding, he said Stack 5 said he was like crying in Mike Bibby's mom's arms.
Wait, he brought the paperwork.
He brought the paperwork. Yeah, no, it was way before she had all the time.
Oh, okay.
The wedding came. They were there. They even had it in there. Sign it. We do the wedding. If not, the wedding doesn't happen. She didn't sign it. The wedding didn't happen. It was a wrap.
Yo, I'm fair enough. Even if we broke up, right, and that prenup was signed, right, and you split up, and I had more money than you, I will still take care of you, because I'm saying you're the mother of
after
my
you get
child.
divorced. That's what the child support is for. Am I correct on that?
But
I don't know.
I wouldn't need to go over there though. You know what I'm saying? I would make sure
that's off rip.
Yeah,
you're taking care of the woman too, or the child?
my child first.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I'm not gonna leave her where she's not good.
So do you think? Yes,
you feel me? Like she's gonna be good.
So,
she's gonna be good.
I
don't need
I gotta think of that, 'cause
court
again,
freaking putting
this
me
is
on
a
shackles.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
this is the
Right,
question
right,
that I'm kind of asking for myself too, because I don't know, and you guys might know. So like when anyone, not just athletes, just in general, when they say you're paying child support, especially I guess for the athletes, when it's this outrageous amount where a child doesn't need freaking $300,000 a month, or even higher, $500,000 a month.
Got me effed
Is that
up.
also covering the wife, or is that all for the child?
all
I
for
mean,
the child.
I
It's
guess
all for
the
the
wife,
child.
so it can only strictly go to the child. Like
From what
the,
I know,
the
it
woman
goes to-
cannot.
she gets
use
hers,
anything.
something.
So a woman gets her own section.
Yeah.
Not
Of course she's
yeah.
using.
Of course, that's exactly where I'm coming at. She's using that.
There's no way to monitor.
There's no way to monitor. That's crazy.
Yeah.
too.
On top of it too, I guess they say that the lifestyle they were brought into, they want to sustain it. Because if you let,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, so
That's KG going through it the worst. KG been going through it the worst for a couple years.
Hello, we want prenup.
Exactly. I remember when I first read because
We
before
want prenup.
that song came
I
out.
never understood that song.
I
when it
did
first
exactly
came
when
out.
it first came out. I
Yeah.
did not understand until I was a little bit
When he
older.
was, yeah, until a little bit.
I was
a
like
little bit
in high
older.
school, maybe freshman year
Yeah,
in high
maybe
school.
like
I just
eighth
thought,
grade,
I
maybe.
ain't she a gold digger. Maybe like
Freshman.
I think it was like my freshman year of high school when that song
Yeah,
came
we
out,
didn't know
or
about that
eighth
stuff.
grade, and I didn't know about gold digger. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
thought it was a dope song. He had Jamie
Right,
Foxx
right.
singing on the hook.
Right.
And then you're like, and then I started hearing the term gold digger when I was in high school, and I was like, wait, I started putting two and two together.
Exactly.
Listen to the song, listen to the entire College Dropout album, and then
Right.
just like shit, like Kanye was spitting back then. And
Another person going through it.
another person that's about to go through a divorce too. Yeah, Kanye and Kim. And that
It's
shit's gonna.
hard,
She
man.
don't need nothing. She doesn't need no.
Oh no, Kim's good.
Monetary
Nah,
advancement.
Kim's good.
If anything, signing a prenup, it's and Kanye's fucking. He's close to billionaire too status, right?
Yeah.
Wait, they're fine.
Kim-
they don't need any
Kim's
courts.
close to. Or
And
she
it
is
sucks. I was actually because I'm a reality TV connoisseur as well as a wine connoisseur, and I was watching a little bit of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or maybe just a clip for this one, and Kim was talking about how she was crying basically on terms with divorce. This is a big divorce. This is our divorce episode, and she was crying, and she was like, "I wish I could be that wife that could be with him in Wyoming, that could like." Do all these things that she needed, but she was like, just with my lifestyle, I can't do that. And what she wanted, she was like, I wish that I had someone that I could just like wake up with at 6 a.m. and go to the gym. Kanye's not on that. She was like, I would go to the gym with Tristan and Chloe, and she's like, man, I wish like I wasn't third wheeling with them. I wish like I had that. Like it was both give and take on like she wanted. Then why did you settle with that? Is where I'm coming.
Exactly.
That's exactly where I was gonna end. With that.
Exactly. Because before you guys came together, I'm sure you
it.
guys
You knew
knew
all the
what
shit
you
that
was
was going
coming
down.
to. But
You knew that he had his
wanted,
period.
you just probably wanted this power couple thing that probably was even. Some of these women
Go
be
off.
having this little idea in their head that they want to come to life, this supernatural shit, and then when they come to life, when the signs are right there. Because she just said right there, something simple as gym.
Going to the gym.
So that says so much more because you knew his lifestyle. You know what kind of guy he is. So what are you doing?
Thank you. This is like one of the most honest episodes we've had.
Like
This is the most
what are you
honest
doing?
episode we've had.
Because he probably could be a good guy, but there's certain situations that you know you're not going to be compatible for, so it's not going to work.
Jewels go off next.
For how long? How long were they together?
Since 2013 marriage. So what is that? About 8 years. Yeah.
Y'all hear this?
And this is why we are the way we are. And like I know we'll probably get a lot of flack. I'm just a product of my environment. I peep everything.
What's Jules doing, guys?
Jules and me are on the same wavelength on that.
This is what
She was
I
like,
gonna-
I wish, like, she felt like she was like the most horrible person. I'm sure you've seen that clip. It was floating on Twitter where she was just like, I'm like the worst fucking person because like I can't go to Wyoming and like I think Kanye's already like talking to someone or dating someone, right?
Yep.
So it's
some
like-
French model.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just like-
honestly, I really don't have anything to say
I
because
like
they took
again,
everything
like
out of my mouth.
I love this topic because like we could even go
Oh, I do have
in
one
so
thing to say.
many directions.
I do have one thing to say.
Go for it.
In my opinion, you're a fool if you don't sign a prenup. Okay?
If you're in that status where you need it, you for sure.
Even if you're average Joe.
Even if you're average Joe.
Even if you're average Joe, you would be a fool. In my opinion,
I hear you.
I would say you are a fool.
So what would
you're
we?
a fool? You're a
what
fool.
would
I
we
was-
be signing off on, like us, just in our life? No, I'm being honest question.
No,
honest
no, no,
question.
no, no. I mean, average Joes. I mean,
Yeah.
just any assets we have or whatever. Like I don't know, like a home or a car. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's a
whatever.
home. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you'd be a fool.
That'd be the
You'd
only
be a
thing.
fool. And look it.
Unless you bought it together.
And if the man or the woman ran away because they felt like you were being aggressive or being untrustworthy or whatever, unsatisfactory. Listen, that tells you a lot about that person. And again, this is my opinion. Everybody has different, views on a prenup, but I do think people should be signing prenups. It's
we all
just,
agree on that.
It's because from the outside looking in, marriage is a business, though. It's not all like. See, that's what the media will portray to you. It's about love and it's about a family. It's about the faith in God. I don't want to hear that.
Get out of here.
It's a job and it's a business. It's a job and it's a business. That's what is portrayed to y'all. Don't believe that hogwash. It's a business. So yes, sign a prenup. Make sure you have your finances and assets in order. Everybody goes to separate ways with what they own, what they earned, and what they owned on their own. Nah, man. That's all I have to say about prenups. My dogs preach to you about marriage and divorce. I was really gonna say all that stuff that they just said 2 minutes ago, but they took the words right out of my mouth, man.
City,
That's
exactly, this is one of those episodes I wish we had a woman to then come in with the rebuttal, because again, like we all agree.
We slacked.
Like,
We slacked.
they're sure. I don't know. We always have.
We can pull it back up though.
Yeah, we can
bring it back up though.
Yeah, we can revisit topics.
For sure. We
I feel like we should do that.
Especially if we have.
For sure. But did you have anything to add to that, City?
Nah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's a big thing. Like I said, like I wish we had the opposite sex to then come in and say, "Oh, if this you do this, no, I don't think you should sign this because of this."
Yo, we sound bitter as fuck right now.
OD.
3 single
Yeah,
guys.
exactly.
I'm like,
we're talking,
OD.
and we're not gonna have
But it's
3
real
single
stuff,
guys
though.
with no
These
children,
are
never
things-
been married.
These are things that, because I think
Just
I sit
just
back.
dog women in a relationship.
The thing is, I want this. Like, I don't not want it. Like sober saying, I want it, but I'm sitting back in this back seat and watching and saying, but why? To all these, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, but why?
All I'm saying is,
But why?
all I'm saying, guys, is don't leave me just yet. 5 more years or so, 3 more years before you all settle down, because I enjoy your company and you guys being single just like
uncle
me.
to the kids. You can pull up.
Oh, kids.
I'm gonna have man cave.
Wait, why are you pointing at me?
No, because I know you don't want kids. Am I correct on that?
I would hope to, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
look
would
like
hope
it. And then
I need some. I definitely want some mini me's.
Are you just gonna keep shooting until you get the number 4, fan of the 4th, or you're good
I'm
with the
changing it up.
Are you changing it up so it's not even gonna be an ant?
No.
Okay. So it's not gonna be a chef the 4th, guys, but. Yeah, I know that you're.
He could be a chef. He would be a funner. He would be a funner.
Yeah,
so he can be.
But you're definitely. Oh, and you're the one, I was about to say. Is there any like younger boys in your family, next generation, younger than you, with your last name?
My little brother.
No, he's your
yeah.
brother. I mean, the next generation, like where you're an uncle.
Oh, no, not
No,
yet.
not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Any kids at all? And both of you guys, actually. Good question.
I don't have
same
any.
here.
I don't have any
I mean, just
siblings.
me and my sister.
I would be the first for my dad.
You'd be the first.
my
You
dad.
have a brother. You have like 2 brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he does.
yeah, but you're Anthony, so like you would hold that 4th though, because you're the first.
Right.
I believe, right?
Well,
Yeah.
no,
that's
You're-
right.
No, you're the first boy born in from your dad, right?
Yeah, from my dad.
Yeah, from your dad. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
So and you're an only child,
Yeah.
so you're the legacy.
Right. Yeah. That's what sucks.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a whole nother episode, but yeah, it is kind of
Yeah,
selfish.
You're right. It is, but it kind of does.
Yeah,
does,
no, it is
flow in
selfish.
this.
It would be
It
selfish
is,
of
yeah.
me to not
I
want to
feel that
continue
way
the
too.
bloodline and the legacy, if you will.
Yeah.
It would be selfish, but I do think about that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
am I going to throw myself into that just to continue a bloodline? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if I had a child with a complete lunatic.
Imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't let it fly in a complete lunatic then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, and that's another thing with marriage and relationships. People disguise themselves for a year, 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
And
that's
then
too much, bro.
when y'all really in it, then all of a sudden you're like, this is the person.
That's so
who,
scary, and it's true. But how scary? If you just heard what you said, people disguise themselves for longer than the honeymoon stage. Is basically what you're saying.
And I've been in something like that too.
So it's like, it's different.
It's different, but I don't want that to deter any of us from being like, oh nah, well then we're
That's
not
why you should date.
right.
And then and the thing is, when you date for a long time, you know what's crazy too? You living together is what really shows.
It shows you see there every day.
Bro, you see that every day. Both sexes, you see the person's everyday habits.
You see if they leave any
see
treats
different
in the
things.
freaking bathroom toilet.
You know what I'm saying? Because I be asking myself when I date girls and they're around me a lot, I ask myself, no bullshit. I be like, certain things when they do, and I'm like, am I gonna be okay to deal with that for 5-10 more years? And I break things down. I ask myself for certain things, and if I can tell myself, okay, that's cool, that's not, I can deal with that. Yeah. Then I pat down, I brush it off.
Same.
Then I move
do
to
the
the next
same
thing
shit.
that I might catch on to.
I do the
So
same
when there's too
shit.
many things, when there's certain things I can't wrap my hands around and it confuses me, I start to pull away too much. I might try to address it in a certain way or switch it up in a way where I can see if you act differently towards it. But if it's not, then I start to be like, nah, she's not.
Same.
Because after 10 years, you're going to get annoyed. You're going to start hating things. You don't want that.
You better not let it go 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. Or even then, after
3
the
months.
first 2 years, you
It's
be like,
no
damn.
years,
no,
no
you're
living.
already in it. You know what I'm saying? You're already in it for like 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? Then now you're learning things. But then when you get into it, you're like, nah, that thing was there. I don't want to go too far.
That is
Right.
too much for me.
But
Have
look
y'all been
at-
in those situations? Sorry, you can say what
Have
you
I been in a
say.
situation?
Well,
no,
I'm just asking where
I'm-
you've been with someone for an extended period of time. They showed you one thing, and then after 6 months, a year, whatever, they completely show their face.
Oh yeah, I've definitely been in that. But what I want to say, piggybacking off of City, is that like I'm a big advocate of people not moving in until engagement.
I wish I listened to you on that.
Until engagement, because I feel like if you are
until engagement.
until
I agree with you.
that's just me. That's just me. I'm a big advocate not
I think it
moving
should
in.
be a little bit before that.
No, that's fine.
I've seen both, and I don't want to get into people's personal life. I've seen both angles on that.
Right. Like for me, I won't move in with
multiple
a
shit.
woman until I'm deciding like, all right, this would be my fiance. That's just me. No.
I hear you, but after hearing that, because I hear that, I feel like that's a great deadline. But you need to kind of know. You need to know.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
Even if it's a little bit before, and then like say you live with each other for 6 months or a year, like that's when you're like it's a.
But I
it's
feel
a-
like
About the age range,
make
too,
or break.
It depends. It depends because if you go back, all right. So we're talking from our age, from
Yeah.
right now in our 30s, we obviously have our own cribs and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for right now, if you're talking with this girl for like 6 months and y'all serious, and then go to a year and y'all serious at a distance, then or to you know what I'm saying, going to 2 years and we're in our 30s, you're like, dang, I'm still messing with her. I'm still vibing with her. Then maybe you start talking about the next step. Doesn't have to be engagement yet, but I would love to go live together. You know, so I can get to know that part.
right.
So then we're still, you know what I'm saying? So everything's going, so I can start to learn that part. Then when I'm like, after another 2 years of living with you in a house and nothing was put on it,
Right.
okay, then I think I see myself wanting to engage this woman and marry her.
No, I respect that.
But imagine me moving in with her while we're engaged, then I start saying things that I don't like.
right.
No.
But
Can-
see, but me,
got a
right?
question
Like,
after you go.
when I say like, all right, I'm talking about like
That's old school. You're being old school. That's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. It's old school, but it's also hard ink on the lease or the mortgage. Like, hey,
That's crazy.
this is Julian, whatever, and Jane Doe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Can I ask y'all both a question?
I'm not saying like she's staying in my apartment for the
Yeah.
week.
Can I ask
like,
y'all both a
yeah,
question?
I'll see things like, oh, okay.
Can I
She
ask
puts her
y'all both a
rings
question?
there.
As we're getting into our 30s, a little bit into our early 30s, have y'all's timelines changed? Where like in the past, like you might have been like, okay, I give myself 5 years before I want to get married, but now I might have been short.
I never had a
to-
I never had a timeline.
You never had a
timeline
timeline for
marriage.
any.
I never
not
had a
marriage,
timeline.
Then for anything.
The only timeline I had for myself was I always said that Kevin Hart really got popping at 33. Like he was really like there. Like we saw
Yeah,
like
I hear
Paper
what you're
Soldier.
saying. Yeah, I just
and other stuff. But like he
In
was
terms of
all one
career,
those-
I meant,
he
like,
saw career, but for me,
relationships.
that was the only deadline I give
So
myself.
no
by
no
then.
deadlines in relationships ever.
Nah,
For both of you?
like you said, like I love when relationship just fall on me and just flow.
Oh, you're allowed.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Like if I go out there saying,
Yeah.
like, just
So can
you
I
know what
touch
I'm
on
saying?
that?
But I just like
Can I-
even without.
Can I touch on that then, from what you're saying? Because that's how I know like I'll be like on the online dating apps heavy or whatever, but I actually hate going on dates. Like I hate doing the let's meet here for drinks, and then like it feels like an interview and all that
You're
bullshit.
mindful of it. You're
Because
trying to
you
go
are,
do
I
that.
hate that shit. Like I'm just like,
But I feel like if
let's
me and
do
somebody just
something
met
natural.
somewhere.
Like that's why I just like to just meet someone
Yes.
and then let it flow.
You just met someone, some natural thing just hit.
Just have it all natural on that aspect, because like you go into it and it's just too weird and it feels like the other. I'd never go in with expectations, but I feel like the other person usually does, because they're like, "Oh, am I gonna be with this person?" But it has to be completely natural in that aspect, and I think that's where the best things happen. I don't like planning shit. I'm just like let's just go out, like do something fun. Like I don't want it to be like a dinner, and it feels too formal for me.
You have to structure it.
It has,
you
you have to structure it
flow,
with that,
structure
but like
plan, but
I've had experiences where I've just met people just on the dance floor, and then end up like having a connection with them and like going to something a bit longer term, where it was just like
for next time.
Yeah, if you wanted to dive deeper into that topic, we could then continue there too. Like we can continue with the conversation,
I
but
think
there's
for next
a lot.
episode that topic would be good. I like that right
just
there. That's dope.
flowing, but I love this. I've loved this episode of just in terms of just we hit like current events, and like then it flowed into topics, and it was heavy. Like it was heavy topics, and I feel like it was real shit.
See, we're getting better.
For real. We are getting better. I always feel like every episode is going to definitely get better. We got a big 10th episode. Does anyone have anything else?
So I think that goes into it then. So can people change?
Can people change? Oh, you want to go into that one today? I don't know.
Are we saving that? How much time we got on camera?
How much we got? How we going on camera, man?
Man, the 16 minutes that we wasted.
Yeah. Yeah, now, yeah, I felt like this one was going faster because you want to go into Can People Change, or you want to save it, or what? It's next week. I'm vibing.
I mean, what are we talking about? Can people change? So once
actually, yeah, can people
I
change?
feel like people are stuck in their ways.
I want to see, introduce what you really mean by can people change.
Me?
Yeah.
Can people change? So in terms of relationships, if you were an F boy, fuck boy, could you then become a made man? And that was just one example. If you're more on
definitely
just like laid back, if you're against like marriage, could you then change your opinion
in the same relationship or
within or for the next person? Both.
Oh, if
give
that's
me both.
Okay.
In terms of in the same relationship, can someone be a jerk or an F boy then just change up?
Yeah. I think you can change. I think if there's communication,
will the women also have that? It also depends on the woman. I'm trying to say if she has that patience.
Yeah, she has the patience, but also too, I think if there's communication, good communication in that person, people can change if they want to. If in a relationship you're with somebody and you're talking and they're telling you if they want to, because if your girl is telling you or your man is telling you, hey, you did ABC to me, or you approached me in this way, or the last time we were talking about we would argue and I didn't like how this happened, or you know what I'm saying, the person has expressed themselves to you. And you're not, you take it into accountability of being like, okay, next time I won't do it this way. I'll do it this other way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's changing for the better.
I agree with City.
So the more and that's if you want to, that's if you invest in this relationship in your mind, you're listening to her or you're listening to him. Because if he comes home and he says, oh, sometimes he likes this done, or she says she likes something, you're listening and you decide to change, then you'll want to. But people cannot change if they don't want to.
Preach.
And that's
a big one right there. I think that's
all it is.
People cannot change unless you want
I think they
to.
can.
They can
if you want to.
That's what I'm saying.
That's big because I just feel, I don't want to get personal.
It's
in
no
my
different
personal
from
life, but
chasing after something that you want in life.
100% right.
Like a career. If you keep the same habits that are keeping you from reaching there,
you're evolving.
You're not gonna attain it. No,
you won't attain your goals.
You won't attain the goals. So yeah, like City said, man's preaching tonight. Sope preaching tonight.
You're also preaching, Jullys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the person has to want it. Mm-hmm. You can't sit there and tell me like, oh, okay, well, this is what you need to do. If I'm just sitting there like, yeah, it's not like you have to put in the work. You have to put in the groundwork to change.
Yeah.
So F boys, F girls,
can change.
People who are like, yeah, you can change, but do you want to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, are you admitting that, I was wrong, or admitting that I'm doing something wrong? That's the first step. And then it's to like working towards the steps of changing.
For sure.
So yeah, you could definitely change.
I've seen, not to get personal, but I've seen a lot of change in you over the years, of course, with age.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we were like 25, 26, whatever. You were on a completely different wave on your opinions, and now as we're in our early 30s, you've changed.
Yeah. Because
I never thought that like you'd be like, I want to be married, because I remember when we first started our group chat way back, 2015 year, whenever. 2015. Crazy, right?
So I was like 26,
25, 26,
25, 25, okay. Yeah.
And I remember your views was so much different.
Right.
Just you.
But that's what I'm saying.
It was so funny, and I've noticed it. Then like you went through your relationship and all that,
See,
and then
that was
you
key.
had that was key.
See, but that's what I'm saying. When you're actually
of course 25 to 31. That's a big,
right,
big,
and I've had experiences with women.
Yeah, as we all have.
And
for
you know,
To
and
answer the other part of your question,
What was that?
from over time, can you
over time, yeah,
no,
but
continue, Jules. I'm just saying, like, he's answering what your question said. Like,
over time, yes, because I think mainly what Chopay is saying, that because I've been in a long-term relationship and because I've experienced the highs, I've experienced lows clearly because I'm single, but I've experienced highs with women, and I'm like, and I look at that, and I remember like, and I've fallen in love. That's key. There's a difference between liking somebody and then falling
big.
complete love, and that feeling when you actually fall in love with some person.
That's what I've been
How do you
chasing.
know he's in love?
How do I know?
It's a feeling.
How did you know?
How did you know? Yeah.
Oh man, it's a whole nother episode, but we could do it real quick.
Yeah.
Don't
worry about time.
Probably when I wanted to spend time with her, like from morning to night.
That's crazy.
Again,
I'm happy that you had that
That's
feeling,
right.
but I can't. But I can't condone. I can't condone the person that you were falling for.
He has to say some stupid shit. But anyway,
it's not even. It's real.
But yeah, no, like yeah. When you think about the person and you want not only think.
I think that's what scares Soap.
Oh no, for sure.
What am I scared of?
To be that deeply into life.
No, I mean it's because I was in.
For it not lasting forever and ever and ever.
No
I
cap.
remember. I could tell you because
cap.
Because again, like I know you met the person that I'm bringing up. I don't have to say her name because you met her, and I remember we were talking one day, and I told her straight up. I was like, let me just explain this first. And I told her I was like, I have a thing where I don't like making relationships, friendships with people that don't like I don't like forming a connection with someone and then having it just end. Remember Dan when we were in college?
Yo, that's real though.
School, like that was my boy, and this is probably the first time in my life where it really affected me this way. Remember Dan Russell, white boy.
Oh yeah, dude.
And that was like my boy. We were like this. And he was only there.
That picture we all had the baseball cap on.
Yeah. And then I'm not sure if you would know him, if you remember him.
That name is mad familiar. Damn,
He was the Newberry days.
Yeah.
And then we were like this, and he was only there for one semester, and then he left, and like I felt like I made like a best friend.
Bro, he's mad chill.
And then,
He was mad chill, huh?
Yeah, he was mad chill. And like we were like the same, like we loved all the things. I remember one time we almost got into a fight. It was hilarious. Remember that night he like jumped off the bed and then he was like ready to fight me. And then he apologized to me real quick. He apologized to me not knowing that like I was sleeping. I was really awake. I could hear everything he was saying. But anyways, and I was so sad like when he left. Like I was literally like heartbroken for real. Like it was a breakup because like I was like, yeah, that was my guy. And like he just left. He didn't even tell me that he left either. But like so that was like the first time that ever happened to me where I felt like I made a real connection.
And that's what
that
I
I
keep
thought
saying
was gonna
about
last
Sophie
forever. But yeah,
doesn't
let me
like
go.
that.
So yeah, so then I was talking to the girl I was dating at the time, and I told her, and she was she was a school therapist at the time, and then I told her that I literally said, and then she was like, I think you just only care about. I mean, I think that you're really into like long-term connections, and like you don't like short-term connections. Yeah. And that clicked right in my head. She was right. And then I made the conscious decision that day to say, okay, I don't care. I do not care anymore. I don't care if you're in my life for a season. I can move on. I'll move on, and then I'll go on to the next. I don't care. I remember where we were sitting. I remember the restaurant that we were at, Rosebud. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give anyone any promotion, but I remember where we were at, and that's the day I made the conscious decision to never think like that again. I was like, I don't care if like I meet someone at work or something, and it's just like a quick connection, or if it's just like something quick that happens. And like where I think like someone's cool. Again, with one of my best friends to this day, I remember when I worked with him, we worked at a retail store, and I was like, yo, this dude's mad. Like, we're still friends. I was like, yo, that's my boy. Like, we're mad cool. Like, I hope we're still friends after we're not here anymore. And we still are. And I remember still thinking like that, and that was even way back before that. And it was like, I was like, wow, I really was that way. And like, I never really thought, it's just so crazy like how these human interactions work and like how we really think things through. But I remember that, and literally when I was talking to her that day, again, where I'm going with this is, I was like, I don't care anymore. If there's a short-term connection, I'm never gonna get emotionally attached to someone unless like I know it's like genuine. Like again, to the point where like I have nothing on my checklist, everything on my checklist.
It has been
but
genuine
I'm
of that
done.
Mindset, you kind of been rejected.
No, if I'm not fully in terms of that in a relationship, if I'm not fully like into that person,
then yeah, you're correct. I don't even want to say you're correct there, but it's easy for me to just move away. There's some truth to it, yeah, for sure. But that day when I had that conversation with her and she said that was the day I completely. It was 20. How old was I? Like 29 years old at the time. It was 29 years old. It was 29 years of thinking, completely abolished, taken away. I said I'm starting anew. I don't care. Like someone cool, freaking, you could bring like your boy or whatever. I don't actually want to use that. I don't want to use that example actually. Actually, no, I'll use that example. Like you could bring your boys. I think they're cool. I want them to be my friend or whatever. But I'm not gonna think like, oh, I never saw them again. Oh, I'm gonna be all like feel a certain way. Okay. So like in relationships too, with
relationships now, cause
it's worse with relationships because like you feel you're right. You feel like you meet that person and like you're like, yep, yep, and like this is it, and then it ends. And even with the person I had that conversation with, it was just a season. It wasn't like a long term, very very long term like kind of thing. So it's just one of those things where you're just like. And I think it's just made me more ruthless as I've started to get older and just more, I don't know, ruthless is the word definitely for that. I'll let y'all respond, rebuttal, whatever.
No, we could definitely close it up with that though. That was a good.
Very
nothing.
I feel like we still got a little bit to touch on this topic.
People can change for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You think you could change for sure?
No, definitely. Like I think I changed too.
So yeah,
I think
you've been all over the place. I feel over the years. I feel like you've been all over the place over the years.
As far as like what? What do you mean,
just
like relationships
the way you move? Yeah, relationships, the things you do, who you get at, sorry, I'm not speaking to the mic. Who you get at, and like what the moves you make just in time. I feel like you just like it just depends on the situation.
Yeah, but for me, I think I learned a lot from my first relationship.
Yeah, we went deep in that a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, but I learned because I'm very observant. I like to, even my friends, like I always trying to tell you, like I always trying to like dig and see like why is he, how is he, what is he, and all those things. And so when things happen in the relationship or whatever, I sat back when she was like, "Oh, you didn't do this," or "This happened, you wasn't," or that. You know what I'm saying? I sit back and just so that's how I start to learn about the little things, or like making sure, because females hate to be disappointed. Being accountable is one thing. You know what I'm saying? That made me more better in my real life. Like I want to, when I say something, I try to mean it.
You got it. Yep.
You feel me? So and I learned
that's
from
a big one for women. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but that's a big one for women where it's like you say something, you say you're gonna do something, follow through.
Yes, and I learned that, and I apply that to a lot of aspects in life. But I make sure when I had any women in my life, I make sure I came through. If I said if I know I couldn't do it, I make sure I communicated or I never agreed to it. But if those words came out of my mouth, and I apply it to everything, my friends, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I try to make sure I'm right there for that.
Yeah, keep it universal.
Right. So you keep that going. And as far as other things, like switching it up for relationship aspects, like switching it up with your woman, and like just all the little things. So you do change. You do change, and you do learn a lot of things. Wish I did. Wish I wanted to. You feel me? I was sitting back because I cared about. Excuse me. I cared about her happiness. I care about what things. So even I remember when I forget which birthday it was for her, but she's
your first ex.
Yeah, she's because that was like one of the like. Because I don't do the relationship thing. Like I don't do relationship. Like so, like you say it, but like I don't really do relationships. Like I don't go into it for like.
But back then you did.
I don't. Yeah, that was one relationship. Like you can't be closed out for all of your life. I will never the experience I had. You had 1, 2, or 2. So I needed 1 or 2 as well.
That's
and
crazy,
that was my one.
I hear you on that.
Right, and that was my one to show me other aspects. And what I was going with the birthday thing is and listening, like really listening and not really doing much. She used to always talk about like guns and wanting to do this with guns, like going to gun range basically. Like,
okay.
Like
is that your vibe?
Gun range, like she was active, like she loved to be on the move. She was like loved to go to the gym. She went to do that. So I didn't really, but she wasn't like violent though. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, she grew up around a lot of guys, so she was very like active. So
continue with those guys.
So I was like,
not taking you to no gun range.
So I used to listen to her. So then I had like a whole plan, and then I took her to 2 or 3 things that she said, right? But when she said it, it was like probably 2 years prior of her talking about it, and she was surprised that it happened. The whole moral of the story is the fact of like listening and paying attention. So that's just one of the things, or just gathering. So you can grow if you want to, fuck boy or not.
You want to. It's
all
big.
around and everything.
Jules, you want to close this out a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like next episode, before you go, I feel like next episode we're gonna continue. I feel like there's just more topics to just relay off this.
I love to ramble
because we all do. We know you do. You be on Twitter rambling
for sure. But yeah, I think that we can all change. I think again we have to put in the work. We have to want it and put in the effort. Because without those things, that you're always gonna be who you are. But again, I do think situations do make people. I think experiences really teach people. I've been in so many different type of situations or relationships or situations that I didn't have the views I had at 25. I definitely don't have at 31.
Of course.
Like Chopin was saying earlier, he said I was like, oh nah, kids, hell no, marriage, hell no, I'm gonna be a bachelor the rest of my life. At 31, when you have experienced things and you've experienced love, true love, it's like, you know what? A family wouldn't be so bad. Actually having a family to like kick it with and whatever and raise and grow with and involve with, it wouldn't be so bad. So that's how I feel right now. But again, I'm not actively looking for it, but I'm not gonna reject it for sure.
You're not actively looking for it?
For sure. I'm not actively looking for it.
I'm just gonna ask one more time.
Because honestly, I'm one of those religious people where like God is going to put it into my face when He thinks it's the right time for me. It's just up to me to recognize it at the time. It's for me to take the opportunity.
I hear you. I'll ask you that question again next episode.
Sounds good.
Amen for Jules.
Amen, Jules.
Yep.
Amen. It's been real, guys. We hit again so much. I had to take off the sunglasses. I wanted to look at the viewers with my eyes. We vibed tonight. It was a good night.
Very good night.
And we hope you all enjoyed this episode. Episode 9. We'll be back with episode 10. We're gonna hit double digits. Next time you see us, we had double digits. There's no going back once we hit double digits, guys. We're gonna need like a neon sign as per usual now. Time to we gotta do it bigger now since we double digits now going forward. But in terms, I'll sign off for y'all. We got Chef, we got Jullys, Souza Scoop, APU episode 9. It's been real, guys. I enjoyed this combo for real. We out.
We turning up. Someone wrote a runs, someone pour a cup, cause tonight we going up and coming down. It's gonna be a while. Someone jump